Ah man, MetLife Stadium's having another WWE show with Summerslam. Well, I've been there before WrestleMania 35, and let me give you some warning before you go to the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and want to say had to make this video because a lot of people have been asking me if I was gonna go to SummerSlam. And well, first thing I'm gonna say is sorry I haven't been uploading too much because been busy with life and all that, so haven't been uploading too much. But I am making my vlog for All In that I went to a couple weeks ago, so that'll be coming in pretty soon. Halfway done with that, and let's get talking to why I'm not going to SummerSlam, because I was tempted with it, but just a couple reasons. But first, let me talk to you about where you should sit if you are going to SummerSlam, because I've been doing my research, looking at the charts, and I've noticed that the chart that they had before, or I'm gonna put on the screen right now, the full one, they did have the seating chart where they had the entrance ramp curved, like kind of like how they have it at the Royal Rumble, so a small stage, curved, and all that stuff. But now they're gonna have it where they're gonna change it. Well, as you can see right here, this is how it looked like originally, and this is what it looked like when I was looking it up too. And like I said, when I first seen it, I was like, they're gonna have a small stage for SummerSlam, which they had it for like the other SummerSlams. I wasn't really feeling it, just because even though they're trying to make it like the summer of WrestleMania, or a type of WrestleMania event, it never really truly feels like it. They have a small stage and half of the stadium's covered up, and I love New York, New Jersey, you know, the East Coast thing and all that, but the first time they're having it 2 nights in a row after going to one of the most expensive WrestleManias that they ever had, or the most expensive tickets that they had, dealing with that in Vegas. And you know, when you're in Vegas, you spend and lose a lot of money, and then all of a sudden go to New York, I'm gonna just say New York, to go to New York and then, you know, be there for almost a week, because 2 days, you know, you can't just be there for those 2 days, you got to be there for a couple more days before and after that, because the travel and all that. And I'm from the West Coast, I'm from Cali, so doing that whole thing, it just, I mean, I could do it, but let's just say I already requested a whole bunch of time off for other things. So SummerSlam, I love WWE, but man, it just 2-3 weeks of a build up, like, and then the main event is so happily the main event that was at WrestleMania 41. And if you guys haven't checked out my vlog for WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, I'll have the link in the descriptions below. Great time, yes, but it wasn't as, the events could have been better. And you know, you could go on about The Rock and all that stuff, but it felt like an okay WrestleMania, not the best, especially after going to WrestleMania 40. But then also, when you think about it, so I've been to WrestleMania 35. I've been to MetLife Stadium before. So the thing about MetLife Stadium, and you could even go back all the way from when they had it at WrestleMania, I think it was 29, I believe, 29. And I went to WrestleMania 30, and I even made a video about it too, like a full one about where you sit at. But for those that are going, and I know I've made this video pretty late, but like I said, I've been busy with life and all that stuff, is this should help you on where to not sit at WrestleMania. Because another thing too is, if you look at the current seating chart for WWE Summerslam, they changed a few things, and it looked like now they might have a bigger stage, or big stage on it. They updated pretty much the seating chart, so it looks like they might have a stage after all. And if that's the case, which like I said, they don't have the curved ramp no more, they have the stage where it's looking like it's going to be kind of like how they have for WrestleMania 35. And after seeing the seating chart, you could tell there's 4 blocks or 4 squares, whatever, which more than likely that's going to be for the pillars, because MetLife, for the 2 WWE events that they had, they've always had pillars. So I'm gonna try to kind of guide you into where you should not sit at, because, or You know, you don't want to sit behind a pillar, because I was a victim of sitting behind a pillar, and it was not fun. WrestleMania 35 was cool, but like I said in the other video, I had to enjoy all the other stuff, watching Kofi win the championship through a big screen, and I had to turn my head, and it was terrible. Like I said, it was terrible. Like I said, I don't want people that are going already to be scared of it. Like I said, it was still a fun time, but a few things. If for some reason you know for sure you're going to be sitting behind a pillar, there's a couple things you could do. And like I said this before already, but for those that first discovered my channel, here's what you should do. If you're sitting behind a pillar and you did not get a warning saying, oh, you were going to have obstruction of view or anything like that, talk to security, saying you want to complain, talk to a higher up, and seeing if you could exchange your seat for a better one, or at least somewhat decent and close to the middle. More than likely, you might get one deck up or one up in the two. If you're in the lower section, they might hook you up somewhat a newer seat for the 200s, something like that, because that's exactly what happened to people around me for WrestleMania 35. They were able to upgrade seats, kinda sat a little bit more higher up, but they were able to tell us on the floor seat, like, hey, if you guys want, you could sit up in the 200s. They have more seats available. And seeing SummerSlam, it's not gonna be a sold out show. Like, they have so many seats available, and it's gotten cheaper, but from the prices that they were trying to charge in the first place, here's the thing about WWE: they're trying to be very cheap, or they're trying to charge an arm and a leg for a lot of their, not just stadium shows, but just like their shows overall. And I get it, the whole TKO thing, and they're in debt, so now they're trying to charge everything. Everything's an advertisement for them, even freaking tables now. It's like everywhere you go for a WWE event, there's advertisements now, like a lot more than when Vince was running and all that stuff. So it was just one of those things that it just, it is what it is. That's 2025 for a lot of companies. And but one thing I will say, and like I said, WWE has so much PLEs in 1 year. Like, I think, I don't know, almost 20 now. Like, these SummerSlam doesn't feel like that hot of a event, because you also got to think about it too. They have only 2 to 3 weeks to build up this event. You know, they had the Saudi Arabia show and all that stuff, and then not just that, but they're already advertising matches for the France show, which is like the end of August, which is pretty much 3 weeks after SummerSlam. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like, and plus I'm not into this whole 4 or 5 matches PLEs. Like, you go there 4 or 5 matches, maybe a segment if you're lucky, and that's pretty much it. I remember going to, I think it was, Money in the Bank in Toronto. I went to that one, and if you want, I'll put the link in the description for that vlog too, because it was a good one. And it just wasn't. I mean, it was cool. I mean, we were kind of more expecting The Rock too, but of course he didn't show up. So, kind of like a lot of fathers, man, they just don't show up. I'm just kidding on that. But anyways, so it was just, I don't know, I'm not really feeling those things. And then how I just came back from the AEW show All In, it was one of the best shows I've probably been. To me, All In was better than WrestleMania 41. You could argue with me all you want in the comments. I'm down to argue. Let's go. But anyways, I mean, if you disagree, tell me why you disagree. But like I said, I was there live, and I'm still finishing up the vlog, but I had to make this video because I've been getting asked, Leo, are you gonna go to SummerSlam? Are you gonna be in New York? And I mean, I would like to, but like I said, there's other plans I'm doing for August with football, and then September is just gonna be something else. So, and so it's just that type of thing where I had to put my priorities in check, and SummerSlam, it didn't catch my eye. I mean, we got Cody and Cena again, which, like I said, I went to it before, and Punk versus Gunther. I mean, there could be a surprise or whatever. Supposed rumor has it that Seth might cash in, and he's faking an injury or something, and I don't know. It just doesn't really catch my doesn't really catch my interest, So But yeah, so I'm gonna put it on the screen, so as you can see, and I'm gonna put it there for a good number of seconds to show you where to sit and where not to sit. And if you're behind the green, like I said, try to do some research, maybe talk to the customer service in the MetLife Stadium. But yeah, it just wasn't, it's just no fun sitting behind a pillar, let me tell you that. And going to from All In, which like I said was one of the best shows I've ever been to, and for those seats that I had was only $130. And for WWE, when they first was trying to charge for tickets, they charged the area that I want to sit for like $800, not including the taxes and all that other stuff. So I mean, I know prices now are cheaper because now a lot of people are excited for SummerSlam, but yeah, it is one of those things. So like I said, I'm putting the screen up again for that. They're more than likely, from the updated seating charts, they're gonna have a stage from what it looks like. I could be wrong, but like I said, I do my research on these, so looks like they're moving from the curved ramp to the straight ramp, which looks like it might be a stage. So see how it goes. Hopefully SummerSlam's fun for you guys, but like I said, I have other plans, I have other stuff, and I'll put a few more videos of how my view was going to MetLife Stadium behind pillars, because I did go to WrestleMania 35, and here's proof right here. Yes. So until then, and stay tuned for my vlog, and if you're watching this after I'm already done, I'll put the link in the description again. So there's gonna be a few links for my videos and all that stuff, and yeah, just hit that like button, subscribe. I will try to make more videos like this, especially for the Survivor Series in San Diego, because I am going to try to go to that one. And yeah, just like I said, I'm planning to do a lot of trips. I still have my Japan vlogs I still got to make, so a lot is coming. Yes, and I'll try to upload more. So, you know, don't worry, I'm still going to have the channel, and I haven't been uploading that much, but I will soon. So yes. Till then, yeet.